Hey sisters and brothers, I wanted to make a video talking about a concern I have, something that I wanted to have a little bit of discussion on because I am worried. So with the run-up to the elections that are going on right now, there's a lot of politics, a lot of items that are being discussed, topics that are definitely important, but the most important topic I think is being largely ignored. So I want to do a quick video talking about that. So in no order, here are the things that I found when I was Googling most prevalent topics, things that are most being discussed right now. I want to kind of go through them really quick and talk about how they relate to what I think is the more important topic, which is jobs. So healthcare. I don't know what's going to happen in the future in regards to Medicare for all, universal healthcare, any of those things, but I know right now, today in the United States, the overwhelming majority of people get their healthcare through their job. Healthcare is extremely important. It's how we keep our families healthy, right? So healthcare, yes, 100% important. But if I lose my job, I no longer have healthcare. And if I lose my job, I no longer have the money to pay for healthcare. So healthcare, not as important as jobs. Safety and security. There's a lot going on right now in this country in regards to terrorism. There's a lot going on with gun violence, school shootings. All those things are extremely important. But I'll tell you this, the thing that I can do for my family the most to keep them safe is having a roof over their heads, being in a nice neighborhood, being able to have a security system if I need it, a big dog if I need it, even a firearm if I need it, just things of those nature. It's important to be able to do those things. I need a job because I have to be able to pay for all of these things right here. So why it is important to have strong military, it is important to have good policies at the border. It's not as important as having a job so that I can provide for my family and keep them safe. So important, yes, not as important as jobs. Just talking about the borders, immigration, yes, 100%. Having a good immigration policy is important because there's a fear that people could come here and take a job, correct? We got some issues though in regards to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 because it actually gave a lot of our jobs away. AT&T, General Motors, so many companies right now are offshoring and outsourcing that work out of the United States. So it's no longer a matter of me worrying about someone coming to take my job. My job is being given away. So yes, immigration, extremely important. Not as important though as my job. I need that job in order to worry about someone taking it away. If it's being given away, ancillary, not as important. Education, of course. I have a kid that's in college. It's so important to have an education nowadays. It's also extremely expensive to pay for that education. There's a lot of things out there talking about that right now, how to address that. But until all those things get resolved, and even once they get resolved, the way that I'm going to pay for my children to go to college, to provide, to have a better life, is through my job. So yes, education, super important, not as important as my job. So that brings me to my last point, the economy. Because a lot of you probably thinking, hey, economy is jobs, right? No, it's not the same thing. Having a strong economy and having a strong jobs economy are two separate things. The stock market is up. That's fantastic. My 401k is looking better than ever. I like it. But the way that I provide for my family, the way that I pay my bills is through my job. And unfortunately, even though the economy is doing so well and these companies are making record profits, they're still eliminating U.S. jobs, American jobs. So we need to have legislation that's put in place that actually incentivizes good business behavior as opposed to making it more possible for them to make extra profits. Because while they're making that extra profits and while they're eliminating U.S. jobs, I don't know about you, but my internet bill isn't going down. Cars aren't becoming cheaper for me to buy. That cost isn't being passed on to me. That cost is going to the people at the very top, and that doesn't help American workers. And we need to focus more on being American worker first as opposed to being American business first. Because while it's great to think that this money is actually going to trickle down to you, it's a fallacy. It's not really going to happen. Water trickles down, money flows up. If we can create good, solid American jobs, that's what's going to take care of us moving forward. That's what's going to keep the economy going. Jobs. The jobs are the important part. So here's my concern. We're not talking about jobs. And when it comes to jobs and what helps American workers, it's so peripheral to a lot of the people that are having discussions. And it's always these stock answers. They're not giving specifics. Policies, legislation, things we can actually do to help American workers. We need a seat at the table. If we're not demanding that they talk about these things, they're not going to do it out of the kindness of their heart. If we keep saying that these are the things that are really important to us, these are the things they're going to keep pandering to. We need them to work on jobs. We need a seat at the table. And in order for that to happen, we have to demand it. So when you're getting called and they're asking you about things that are important to you, I need you to tell them American jobs. Good American jobs, middle class American jobs. I'm not talking about entry-level positions. Those don't matter. I'm talking about jobs that you can work at for 30 years, retire, have a pension, provide for your families, have your kids go to college. Real jobs that are going to last, be generational, things that are going to be there, jobs that cannot be eliminated through legislation, jobs that companies can't get rid of. So again, when they call you and you say jobs are the most important thing, and they say to you, so the economy, you say, no, not the economy. U.S. jobs, American jobs. Put it at the forefront, because everyone should be talking about it. Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, does not matter. Jobs, American jobs. They should be what's important to all of us. All right. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it. Have a good day.